Hi. I'd like to thank certain people for looking into the Freedom Canada 2022 Truckers Convoy. So I'd like to thank Mike Fillion, who did film it, Tucker Carlson, who got onto it right away. Thank you very kindly. And others that are reporting it now. Tucker did an excellent job on it. I have this email list that people like contacted me years ago. And I think about at least 800 or 1,000 emails put aside in a special place. Blogspot, just copy paste it. But anyway, thank you. And fellow Canadians, keep up the great work. Don't give in. Don't be violent. Do your thing. I really appreciate the journalists in the United States covering it. That's kind of cool. I don't know the other folks if they did stories or not, but I can check, and I got thank you notes from the journalists. Appreciate it. Thank you. And let me go this way here. I'm going to put this thing down somewhere. How bad is young Trudeau? Seems pretty rotten. Wait a minute. Why is that doing that? Wood? I think so. Okay, so as his father, Pierre Elliott Trudeau, was rotten, and especially to us arms collectors. Okay. 13 of us in British Columbia, or no, across Canada actually, were attacked by his gun control laws, and I was one of them, got nailed. Prior to that, there was no issues with RCMP, machine guns, or anything. Corporal Tate, I have a letter from him, wanted to see me, see what I'm doing with the retraction assemblies and spade grips for the machine guns, and this is what I'm doing, restoring them to look this way, and he released from customs the gun parts. Still got the release from customs gun part, Corporal Tate, RCMP. But in '78, Constable Chalco wanted to make a case out of me. Unfortunately, it backfired on him. And because I had access to the news media, the Vancouver Sun, Province, and all the TV people, even the Mike Winlaw show and others came in droves, and I kept it. And my lawyer, Arf Lindmar, by the way, who's now a photographer, who's going to visit here sometime, we're going to talk about fun days, of course, was my defense. He was a gun collector himself, along with Michael Martinoff, or Machine Gun Martinoff, who carried his briefcase and his AR-15 and dared the police to do things so he could take them to court. And he won his court cases left and right. I got all the newspaper clippings of it as well. Anyway, that's dirty stuff that dirty politicians like to do. Not only arms collectors, but many other weird things they love to do to you. Screwing away your rights and freedom over years, inch by inch. These lawmakers are totally insane. Psychopathic, political, disorientated, reality comprehension disorder problems. Anyway, that's my little message I wanted to say. And, never mess with Canadians and natives, okay? Thank you. You guys do it. Come on. Get the little punk to resign peacefully. And that's the way to do it. Unfortunately, in the United States, they had a big problem in people storming the Capitol, and it got violent, so that's not a good thing either. So don't be stupid, and don't let anybody start trouble. You never know. These politicians hire people to go in and start trouble. So that the whole media thing shifts to, oh, no, they're violent. No, that's nonsense. Just realize it was started by a politician hiring somebody to be nasty and manipulate things like Donald Trump did, manipulate things. He wanted this to happen because he's the big boss. Now we got Grandpa, or Let's Go, what's it called? Let's Go Brandon or something. It is ridiculous. I don't know, in that sound. It's ridiculous things he thinks he's doing proper. Anyway, wandering off topic again. The place is haunted. Unless it's a raven popping, jumping up. They come around, they want me to go outside and feed them. So they'll go on the end of the building and yell through the air vents. Or they jump up and down on the roof. I'm not kidding. You guys watch my video with Raven and Squirrel having an argument. The squirrel was quite peaceful. The raven was hours after, squawking and squawking and rah, rah. They're all characters. They all got different personalities. I think my best friends are animals. You don't trust humans that well. How can you trust them? It's crazy things they do, huh? Huh? Getting into the smoking lounge, blah blah. So anyway, interesting stuff going on these days. I gotta watch Bob Greener on APEC, I think it's called. American Anti-Gravity. Timmy Ventura interviews a lot of cool people. He asked me to come on, but I don't know what to talk about. Because I'm not a scientist, not an inventor or promoter, so what the heck would I talk about? Maybe how it works. Oh, that's quite a debate. All I know that's important for it to work is mass, electrostatics, electromagnetics, magnetic fields, high voltage pulsations, and that kind of thing in a certain configuration. I had a lot of time on my hand. I never had to go to work, really, because I got welfare from the provincial government. I'm not a social being. I don't drive a car. What else I do? I don't use a phone. I don't want a phone. I don't have a phone. Barbara, where's my phone? Socializing, not that much. TV shows, yes, that's fun. Socializing in different countries, that's fun. I don't mind TV shows or lectures, and that's kind of fun. You just do it. It's done. A couple hours, maybe a couple of days, or maybe one of the longest was Ark of the Covenant Revealed. With Renee Barnett, Bruce Burgess, Miriam Hyman, myself, and others. I don't mind that kind of stuff. But for me to sit around and chit-chat with people somewhere is not my cup of tea. Not my cup of tea, Barbara. Long locks. Call me long locks, Johnny boy. Anyway, I'm very sociable to the right people. I get along fine. And other extracurricular activity. Yeah, I do. Okay. I'm naughty. Anyway, I hope you guys get a good laugh. CNN, I have worked with them as I Report CNN, and I made I think it was 500 stories over a year, and they did call me to do a story on the Hobbit House. but the person that owned the house didn't want to be on television or have his house displayed. So, other than that, they did use bits and pieces. And I did visit one time when I was doing those weird experiments. It was a brief call. I was like Satchnoff, Lipman Entertainment, TLC. It was only a couple hours, and they're gone. And it turned out to be a hit show. I've never seen the NBC show or the ABC. Sorry, not A. I don't know ABC, but the CNN show. But Peter did sell footage too. Peter's my agent for film. I haven't heard from Pete for a while after working with Jesse Ventura on Death Ray. That was fun working with Jesse. He's a character. A lot of fun these characters are. Anyway, so I guess I'm on social media, but it's just it doesn't matter to me one way or the other. They can cut off the whole thing, and I got lots to do. I just use it at night when I'm having dinner. There's nothing else to do. Until we move into that particular dome, I'll be rarely on social media. It'll look like an antique share. Oh, the world is so funny. Yeah, it sure is. And, no. It's all cool. And where was I going with not driving? And oh, I like going to shooting ranges with a competent friend. That I do cannons, machine guns, pistols, shotguns, old crazy stuff like 5.77 Snyder Enfield, trapdoor Springfield Sharks rifles, and oddball old stuff, you know. It's kind of fun. Used to go to the North Shore Skeet Club. I go there with some guns and target practice as well as when they're shooting skeet. Clay pigeons. I do that once in a while. I have to go down Ross Road. I've walked down Ross Road, okay. Down, what's that road? It's a dirt road. Past the Ecology Center, across the bridge, Lynn Canyon Creek. Hiking along and up onto I think it's called Pipeline Road, and the skeet club is right there. In those days, you could carry rifles and machine guns. There's no issues until baby or daddy Trudeau screwed things up, and then you have to get an FAC in Canada. I have a bunch of FACs. Federal Firearms Acquisition Certificate. In other countries, in Germany, it was the Bundes, Waffen something, I don't know, I forget it all, you get a permit. And I used to go to Dietmar Frenzel. He had a huge selection of handguns. Still got some. Anyway. And in Munich, Germany, there's one of the biggest gun stores I've ever seen. It was pretty impressive. Mostly all vintage, which I prefer. And, okay, so you get your guns, you buy them, get them, find them. Then you have to go to what other country you're going to go back to. Then you file out letters, correspondence, and you get permission. What they do is they hold the guns in Salzburg. Hold on, I gotta go.